So you set it up on what it should be, figure when it's off based on what it should be. Okay, so let's check horizontal vertical prism. Okay, the answer is when you do this, you should do it together. So what do? How do we do this? We have to check the horizontal vertical prism. The order form says right here, it says nothing. Nothing in the prism base block, so that gives you a clue that in effect there is 0. It should be 0 and 0. It's not a U, that's a 0. Alright, so what do you do? Okay, you mark the PD. Alright, so you take the center of the bridge, you measure out to the right lens, measure out 31. Measure out here at 31, we'll say that's there. Measure out the other one, and from the center of the bridge out, this one should read 30 there. Okay, I would put a line on the glass, which extends to a straight line, like that straight line. Okay, so 31 and 30. What do you do next? You put it in the lensometer? Okay, which one do you put in the lensometer, right lens or left lens?
Higher power.
One with what? Higher power with meridian. Vertical. Okay, now if you're just checking horizontal prism, it wouldn't matter. Okay, you can put either one in first. But if you want to check vertical and horizontal, okay, or if you want to do anything dealing with vertical, you must put in the lens that has the most power in vertical meridian. What is that based on this prescription? Right or left? The vertical meridian. If you put it on optic across, the right lens is what?
Right.
The OD, isn't it? Yeah.
Minus 5, what's the left one? Okay, what if there's 10? Then it doesn't matter which one you put in. In this case, it does matter.
Then the opposite axis.
Alright, remember we're talking about absolute power away from 0, not plus power or minus power, away from 0. I put the right one in first, okay, and you put it so it's down flat on the stage. If I can draw a straight line, yeah, not too bad. There's the stage. Okay, so you put it on your vertical line, okay, because that's where the person's eye is. Okay, you can move the glass up and down on the stage until you read what prism? Until you read 0. Calls for 0. You put it so it reads 0. Okay, what if in the instrument, okay, it was displaced with base in or base out? What if it said in the instrument it read base in, and the value was 1?
Reject.
Would you reject it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, remember you said it at 0 vertical, so it's not going to have any vertical, right? Because you put it there. But it has 1 base out. Okay. The order form or the sheet that you're looking at says there's a tolerance for horizontal prism of 3/4. But that's an imbalance. That takes into consideration both right and left lens. Right now, you've only looked at the right lens. So you cannot reject it yet. Let's move on. Remember, the glasses are down flat on the stage, so now you have the vertical height set, you have the horizontal height set, position set because you marked the PD. So you go over to the other lens, you have this position marked, that's where the person's eye is. You have the vertical position because it's on the stage, you look at the instrument and read directly in the instrument. Okay, so let's see. Okay, again, it's nothing stated in the prism base block. Okay, at this point, you have no option for moving the glass. You're on your vertical line and it's on the stage. Everything is set. If you look at the instrument and you see the target's displaced up, we'll say it's displaced up 3/4. Reject or accept?
Reject.
Reject, vertical prism, you're only allowed a half. Okay, and it's displaced up or down by half or less, you'd have to accept it. Okay, vertical prism. Alright, so right in the instrument, you'll decide vertical right off the bat. Okay, you look at the instrument, and you see the target's displaced in or out. Okay, and we'll say it was displaced 1 prism or some value, and we'll say it was base out. It's supposed to be a B. If you're not right for the mouse. Anyway, one base in on the right, one base in the left.
Should be
That's a
good.
wash where you would subtract the 2, the result is 0. Therefore, you would accept this horizontal prism is correct. What if the left one ran one base in?
To reject.
Okay, then the total, you would check the box and say horizontal prism, and you would say 2, 1 and 1, 2 base in. You would reject it. Okay, so you got to compare and use both eyes together for horizontal. You're using both eyes together for vertical because you're setting the vertical to be 0 and 1 and read it all on the other one. Okay, you got the idea? It's not that hard to do, but you will need to check for horizontal vertical prism on both our axes because it might be there. Okay, now I want to give you one last thing. Because in the real world, you might come by this. Okay, I'm not going to do this to you on the practical. So put your mind at ease. But what if the prism base block said 2 base ends on the right, and it says 2 and this one said 2 in. In other words, you ordered prism of this arc, so 2 and 2. What would you do?
That's by far.
Okay, what you're telling the lab is, at the person's PD of 31, which you marked on the glass, and at 30 on the other, you marked on the glass, it should read 2 prism base ends, 0 vertical. That's what you just told the lab. Okay, so how do you verify it? Okay, since we also want to deal with vertical, you choose the eye with the most power and a vertical read, same as you did before. Put it in the lensometer first. Put it in the lensometer to read 2 base ends. No, I did that wrong. You put it in the lensometer to read 0 vertical and along your mark. It better read 2 base ends. And if it doesn't, you record what it did read. Say it read 1 3/4 or 1 1/2. Write it down because we don't reject it yet. You know, there's maybe a question here if we don't reject it. Then you go over read the other one. Okay, the stage is set, so you're taking care of vertical. Okay, read along the mark. The other one, whatever it reads, it should read 2 base in. If this was made right, it should read 2 base in along that mark, and it should read 2 base in along this mark. Okay, all you want to do is prove whether it reads that, or if it's outside tolerance by moving it 3/4 horizontal. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to do that on the practical. The prism base blocks will say absolutely nothing, but just so that you're aware, there's really no difference. Okay, if you're doing it with prism, you would. This is fun. Never mind. All right. Okay, unless there's a question, I think we covered it.